What if I tell you that you can teach your children to get rich, and that parenting plays a huge role in your child's financial future? You find it intriguing, right? Well, I have much more to tell you. Parenting is a huge responsibility. Many of you might wonder what techniques and values the parents need to inculcate in their children for their safe future. Especially, a child's financial future depends upon the advice and strategies shared by the parents. Before I start, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to stay tuned. So here are some parenting bits of advice you need to give your children to ensure a financially stable future for them. 1. Difference between an asset and a liability. A stark difference between the rich and the poor is the understanding of assets and liability. Poor are poor because they earn money and spend it on buying different products. On the other hand, the rich earn more money by making assets. The difference lies between a good purchase and a bad purchase. But what makes a purchase good or bad? So here is the difference. A good purchase is an asset, like an investment. It helps you to make more money. On the other hand, a bad purchase is a liability. It costs you money. For instance, buying an apartment that generates income from rent is an asset. Likewise, writing a book that will pay you in the future is another form of asset. The children of the rich are taught to make a difference between the two. The poor are not. One thing you need to understand is that assets pay for liabilities. You can buy a car from the rent that your apartment generates. If you sell the car, you would still have the apartment. So, my friend, that is how assets help you make more money as well as pay for your liabilities. 2. How to be sociable. This might be a surprising tip for you, but yes, being sociable is good for your financial health. Kids who are more sociable grow up to be richer than the others. Sociable kids are popular among their peers as well as their teachers. Likewise, when they grow up, they attract attention from all and sundry. How does it help them financially? Well, sociable people are more likely to make friends from strong financial backgrounds. They get better job opportunities, and even at work, they are their boss's favorite. In one way or another, sociable people attract more money due to their connections. Successful people make their kids sociable before the age of 4 by engaging them in pleasant conversations with other people. This habit creates a snowball effect all their life and helps them to develop healthy relationships in the future. Poor, on the other hand, do not pay much focus to their kids' socialization, which certainly does not help them to elevate their financial position in the future. 3. How to develop productive habits with long-term advantages. Habits can make or break your child's financial security in the future. I'm not even kidding. Productive habits since childhood play a key role in the success of a person. Habits are a tool that magnifies something you put under focus. Rich adopt habits that help them generate more wealth. That is why they keep making money from generation to generation. For instance, the first habit for financial advantage is to organize your workflow and optimize the results. By organizing your schedule, a large portion of your day will be left for you to utilize according to your will. And what about the poor? Well, they keep repeating counterproductive habits that keep them financially weak. You should be careful about the habits you instill in your children. The reason is obvious. They do what they observe. Parents with productive habits teach their children to do the same. Likewise, the poor keep themselves busy in negative routines that they pass on to their children as well. Yep, you've got the right idea. The rich make money through their habits passed to them generation-wise. 4. Increase income instead of lowering expenses. Where the rich focus on increasing their income without caring much about the expenses, the poor instead focus on their expenses. One of the most valuable lessons parents can teach their children is how to make more money. You should know that the amount of effort required to barely survive is roughly equal to making a fortune. The entire difference is created by your focus and knowledge backup. Do you not believe me? Well, consider the amount of effort put in by miners and Wall Street brokers in their work. Who do you think makes more money? And who do you think makes more effort? So you get the point. The poor always focus on lowering their expenses to the extent where their life becomes dull to a point of no return. The rich, however, do not pay much attention to their expenses. They do not care if a cup of coffee costs them more than usual, or if they spend a good sum of money on vacations. The same values are taught to their children, which ultimately help them to generate more income. 5. Knowledge is more valuable than money. The rich believe in the golden principle that invest in yourself, it pays the best dividends. To invest in yourself does not necessarily mean going to college or university. Rather, it means developing your skill set to optimize your productivity over time. But how do the rich teach their children this valuable lesson? The answer is that they allow their children to grow and develop their skills and become valuable. The rich know that it is the valuable individual who is rewarded by society. Those who teach their children to be valuable in their fields raise future entrepreneurs and leaders unique in their expertise. The poor, however, fail to inculcate these values in their children. Their primary focus remains to earn income to bear monthly expenses. They fail to recognize the fact that the more valuable you are, the more money you generate. 6. Solving problems is the quickest way to become rich. The rich inculcate a valuable lesson in their children that the bigger money problem you solve, the more money you make. But how can problem solving make money? Well, consider the examples of the poor who make their living to meet their monthly expenses. They play their role in small jobs that others need to be done. For instance, selling newspapers or washing someone's car. The rich, on the other hand, solve bigger problems with more results. Instead of selling newspapers, they create content websites with the same results but less hustle. Take the example of Mark Zuckerberg, who solved the problems of the general masses by inventing new products and services. The rich know this big secret, and that is why they teach their children to work on it. Instead of taking monotonous jobs, they focus on solving bigger problems, and therefore make more money. 7. How to use good debt instead of bad debt, unlike the poor. This might seem confusing to you, but debt can be good or bad. But how? The rich had solved this mystery long ago. Your parents probably never told you that you can take good debt to make more money. It is because they never thought of it. Where the poor use poor debt to pay for their liabilities and necessities, the rich use good debt to make investments. Those skyscrapers you see were not financed by the rich from their pocket. Instead, they got a good debt to finance those investments. You can ensure a bank that the debt will be used to make more money, and the bank will take the risk with you by lending you the required amount of cash. Where the poor children see their parents getting debts to pay for necessities or to buy a car or something else. The children of the rich see their parents making investments. That is how the difference is created. That's crazy, right? Well, it's true. You can use good debt to make money. 8. Don't work for money. Have money work for you. The central idea of growing rich depends upon this tip. You can read as many books as you want, or get MBA. It would not work for you if you do not grasp this point. The poor exchange their time for money and spend it on different liabilities. The rich, on the other hand, exchange money for generating more amounts of money. Confusing, right? In simple words, the rich put the money they earn into more investments rather than spending a lifetime to make a monthly stipend. The poor people believe that you need a large amount of income to invest. The rich-minded people know how to make investments even from a small amount of money. They put their efforts and time to generate a passive income that helps them get richer over time. The children of rich people learn the same strategies from their parents. They know that keeping money in form of cash would not increase their fortune. Therefore, they use their energy to multiply their wealth through investments. I hope you liked the video. Do not forget to click on that thumbs up icon. See you in the next video.